Agent, your next assignment is going to be a sensitive one. There are reports of strange attacks against Unspoken Purpose. The Shadow Sector is fully aware of her attackers because of her bravery. But this is different. They're not only attacking Firefly, a code name we've given him to protect his identity, but recently they're attacking Ryder, another code name. Ryder was Unspoken's foster son. Unfortunately, Ryder is no longer with us, and UP's attackers made a smear campaign about him. There are people who we're supposed to investigate are involved in this case. It became a hands-off approach by the director. We're not supposed to deal with them, but this is something the Shadow Sector will not tolerate. Your mission is to spread awareness of this sick act. Let these people know that we don't care who they represent, and really could care less how much they hate Unspoken. When it comes to children and disrespecting a mourning parent, the Shadow Sector will get involved, dismissed, and may your pen guide you to the truth.
Welcome back. My name is Shadow, and I have a story to tell. Child Protective Services, or CPS, has many names, depending on the state you're in. But no matter the acronyms, their job is to protect the well-being of someone's child. But what happens when someone malicious uses CPS as a weapon against a YouTuber you don't like? I can tell you, as someone who's been through that, there are some sick people who will false report CPS to get even with someone, even on the internet, through doxing. For Unspoken Purpose, she's the victim of that. If you guys been around us long enough, you'll know why UP's haters are on a never-ending quest to get her off the internet, and failing in a comical manner. If all else fails, they'll come after her family, particularly her grandson, and recently, her deceased foster son. To understand why they keep doing that, only to get blown up in their faces looking like the dumbasses they are, let's do some story time on why they're dumbasses when it comes to UP's family.
We'll skip the history lesson about why the Shadow Sector is dealing with UP's haters, and get to the introduction about why they're being stupid and making up stuff. Before we came about calling out their bullshit, UP is always being bothered. Why? You wondered, as you did, what we did when you stumbled into her channel. She's not a politician, she's not a YouTuber with over 5 million subscribers, so we've ruled that out. She's not a scam artist, and she's not on the internet harassing other YouTubers. So why they keep bothering UP? Because she's not very good at kissing ass or bending the knee. It's been noticed that they need UP to deal with someone they don't like, but UP doesn't do that. So they've decided to deal with UP instead. Helmet Head, Lady Living in the Basement, Alopecia Keisha O. Druggy Denise has a story in the future, by the way. Just putting it out there now in advance. Unspoken Uterus, the list goes on. Of course UP is unafraid of them, even doxing her and her family. The biggest problem, and the reason we decided to get involved, is the fact that they're attacking her grandson. We call him Firefly. We know his real name, but we decided not to spill the name out loud. Firefly didn't do anything wrong. He's not even a teenager, and yet UP's haters still want to mess with him. There was one YouTuber that thinks UP is having relations with him. Another uneducated idiot believes UP had relations with her daughters. Who thinks that? Who wants to hear that? And more importantly, what possessed them to say that? No sane person would think that. Only a pedophile would say something like that, or was a victim of abuse. The haters managed to find the school Firefly attends. The harassment has gotten so bad that Firefly's parents had to secretly change schools, and for that, he's safe from that kind of harassment. Unfortunately, in the YouTube streets, Firefly isn't completely safe. There's a crazy old lady stalking the boy. She too has a story in the future. But for now, we need to focus on the idiot who called CPS. Let's take a quick break.
Are you in danger of another YouTuber getting in your pants?
Damn, Rashida, get off my box.
He's still on you. I ain't even been on his.
gonna be hard 30. Don't say it like that. Oh my God. Please don't say it like that.
Do you have a hater that keeps assuming you want to sleep with them?
This weird bitch says, this is sick. This lady has been fantasizing about me for a long time. Exclamation. No, UP, I don't want you touching any part of me with your little handheld toy. Look at her lips, puckered up. No, thanks, ma'am. I don't go that way.
That's not a sex toy. That's a goddamn hot comb. Someone go do a wellness check on this woman.
And do you have a really delusional hater who has a thing with senior citizens?
You're worried about my pussy.
What?
You're worried about my throat. You're worried about my tongue, my mouth. You're worried about what this body do.
If the answer is yes, then you need the YouTube chastity belt. This belt will protect you from crazy YouTubers who won't take no for an answer. Put these bad boys on, and no one will try to be creepy. Available in one size fits all. Also available in TikTok.
The story regarding CPS being called is after a late-night live stream UP made. The next morning, UP reacted to the one idiot who jumped on the I hate unspoken bandwagon. I guess the country Wayne content wasn't as good as she claimed it is. Anyway, the goddess, by the way, we're going to limit the names of these bitter women. They're not getting any airtime, not on here. They know who they are and what they did. Anyway, the goofball goddess accuses UP of abusing Firefly. Here, we're going to react from UP's live stream.
Show, and you want to express the hatred that you got for any one of those women, go on your own motherfucking channel and go hate them for your own heart and self, because that's not going on over here, okay?
Oh, there's going to be a shit show as we do some surgery on you, Peas Live.
Let's just put that out there first, okay? So let's all just calm down. Go to the channel where the hatred is recognized, where it's normal at. I don't hate people for people in these YouTube streets. You will not be getting a shit show over here. Now, let's all just calm down. For the people that don't know, okay? Too Strong and Unspoken been feuding for months now, okay? I'm not on nobody's side. I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't have a dog in the fight. That's why I haven't said nothing about what they got going on in these YouTube streets.
Which we learned later down the road that was a bold-faced lie. But go on, it's not like your shit don't stink.
You can smell the shit from 5 miles away.
I hate that this had to drop, you know, because they into it, because something like this should have been addressed when it happened. You not never that cool with somebody that you know that they doing shit like this and hold it into Mad Day, okay? That's just fucked up within itself. And it's fucked up what was heard on that drop that came out here. That was some fucked up ass shit. That was some fucked up shit. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard it clear as day. I didn't have to watch it a whole bunch of times. I don't feel like it's been tapped.
How did you hear it clear as day and there was only me and him in the room, in the bathroom, and in the bedroom? How did you hear it clear as day and you heard multiple family members in the house and talking to us and stuff? And it was just me and you.
So now all of a sudden, YouTubers have super hearing, and all of a sudden, they're forensic experts. When people say, you can't make this stuff up, that wasn't supposed to be a challenge.
And the audio going from the recording at his little tablet. That was it. So I don't know like what y'all are hearing, all of these multiple voices in the room.
Well, you, P, this is what schizophrenia is. Hearing things they want to hear. Except unlike schizophrenics, these YouTubers want you to hear what they hear. You know, to raise views. For it would be the end of the world if they can't make their own content without mentioning you.
That's what's blowing me.
with. I don't feel like somebody messed with it and chopped it up and did some shit. What I heard was clear as day, okay? And that's just some fucked up ass shit, you know? That we be in these YouTube streets and these kids be drugged into this shit.
You know, I ain't even gonna say nothing.
But we will. These people love to advocate for children, yet they support the very people that doxes them. And they're wondering why their ass be on the thumbnail. And these people kill me with the demands. Who are y'all to be demanding anything? No content creator is not obligated to explain everything that goes on at UP's household. Are these people's lives will change if UP decided to spill her own tea about her own family, let alone what they do? I think not. And this kind of bullshit is exactly why they're always failing and chasing UP off the internet.
This is why you're stupid.
If you concerned about the kids, make a call. But you still dragging my grandson. Dragging a situation and it wasn't even correct. The way that you came out here dragging it wasn't even right. Wasn't factual. Wasn't none of that. And I'm yelling because you yelled.
And so fucking stupid that we're not even going to continue to react to that crazy bitch. Long story short, the goofball goddess goes on to accuse you, P, of doing harmful things to her grandson. Well, if she's that concerned about what you, P, is doing to Firefly, then how come she didn't call CPS? Surely what with you heard should be evidence for CPS to investigate, right? I'll tell y'all why that didn't happen.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer.
The golden rule is, if you want to gain a lot of views about the person they don't like, jump on the I hate you P bandwagon.
And UP, from what we're viewing, is just a grandmother, doing grandmother things. The kid is spoiled, according to UP, so Firefly is well taken care of whenever his parents dropped him off. Mind y'all, P's haters have doxed her family, stalking them. One of UP's kids is a content creator, and they're doxing her. You really think Firefly's parents will sit there and let UP go out her way to abuse Firefly after all the hell the whole family went through on YouTube? If your answer is no, then congratulations. You're reading books unlike UP's haters who thinks coloring books is reading. After that shit show, you would think the Firefly situation was over and done. Wrong. In the aftermath of the Firefly situation, CPS enters UP's house. Of course, UP calls the shots in making them take off their shoes. Anyway, CPS interviews Firefly, check the house, and not the basement, mind y'all. And nothing out of the ordinary happened.
Nope, nothing at all. No signs of foul play, no abuse, nothing going on down in the basement. Nothing that screams abuse. And if you guys think that a CPS visit will shut them up, nope. These idiots think that it was one of UP's daughters who pretended to be a CPS agent. The director even made fun of them by stating that Bams was pretending to be CPS. And frightening enough, they fell for it.
This is why you're stupid.
Until this day, the haters, well, the crazy old lady in particular has an obsession with Firefly, but that's a story in the future.
A couple of months later, tragedy struck. The director was informed that UP's foster son, we'll call him Ryder, another code name, lost his life in a traffic accident. The director promised UP that such information will be kept in the dark. Unfortunately, the information about Ryder's death surfaced anyway. There are many people UP trusted with that information, her inner circle. They didn't put that information out. Bams knows about it, but she didn't say anything. And the director? He hates the J4K and the two sectors that once harassed UP in the past, and he will never side with those morons. So who was it that spilled the tea about the death of Ryder? A so-called church lady who had everyone fooled, with a mentality of a preteen with a spoiled temper tantrum. That's who. And passed the information to UP Light and the two sectors. We don't have an image of Ryder, other than a graphic photo UP sent, and we lost that. So we're better off not asking for one.
There was a smear campaign about Ryder, the haters accusing UP of not being the mother of Ryder and is using his death to raise money. And the Temu version of Unspoken Purpose went as far as to reach out to Ryder's biological mother. And I hope the mother cussed her simple ass smooth the fuck out. A man is unalived, and you're going around harassing because you faked a 5-year friendship and failed to provide anything to embarrass UP. Sit down some goddamn where. If that was my kid, these assholes would not be eating straight for a few weeks when I get done with them. And that's not me talking nonsense. And who cares if Ryder wasn't UP's mother? The fact he was in good hands instead of being around someone who only collects a paycheck speaks volumes. Good for UP for being a second mom.
And despite that, UP hasn't been chased off the internet per usual. Another never-ending quest of failure. It's a daily routine for UP's haters because, let's face it, they need an audience to make a statement. A mature adult would straight up not like the person and move on. But we're not dealing with mature adults, aren't we? That's why the shadow sector exists, to call out morons and those who think that it's okay to harass and stalk children and think no one is going to call them out on it. And this concludes the story about the stalking of UP's family. This is Shadow signing off. And if you see something, write something.
Nice work, agents. Not everyone's your friend. But this much hatred over a complete stranger who they never meet or never will meet is both a mental problem and frightly. And what's worse, even attacking children and mocking the dead, all because their unexplained hate for a YouTuber they can easily block. The misadventures of the unspoken sector is still going to be ongoing until the haters finally had enough and finally move on to something else. Thank you for visiting Shadow Storyteller. If you like what you saw, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell to stay up to date. Until next time.